Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of
The
the
Sophomore
Sophomore
Slump,
Slump.
Winter Break Edition.
I'm feeling very chopped and unk today and looking chopped and unk today because I had my first shift at work again. Hooray! So just thought you all should know that the vibe we are starting with today is chopped and unk. Okay. It also has snowed very recently. Looking outside, there is a nice, lovely layer of white over all of the concrete, but it definitely is not enough to show through any of the grass or anything. Oh, how sad. How sad, how sad, how sad. Oh well. Y'all. And would you look at that? The salt truck is now driving up my street. I see it. Oh, joy. We're supposed to get lots of snow tonight. Okay. That's so fun, actually. And downstairs, my father has a fire going in our living room in our fire pit. I'm in the chimney. I'm so excited. I love winter. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay. Y'all, I got my wisdom teeth out. I know. I know. Um, Low key, I was very scared to get my wisdom teeth out. I was scared that I was going to balloon up in my face and I was going to say crazy things on anesthesia or whatever, or like call people and like say things that I don't want people to know, or maybe hurt someone's feelings or something. Like, I was just really terrified of what was going to happen. And it was not like that at all. To start, the one like nurse guy, whoever that like originally brought me back, and like they had to like redo my x-rays before we did the procedure, because the last time I saw them was like over the summer when I planned my appointment, so they didn't have anything updated. This guy was such a creep. This nurse, whoever, he was like saying good girl when I did things. I was like, like I was so uncomfortable. And I was like kind of scared because my dad wasn't coming back into the room with me. I was alone. And I've never been under anesthesia before. And I was like, oh God, like I'm so scared. So they like, and they're also running behind, of course. So they put me in this chair and hook me up to all of the like heart rate monitors. And I'm just sitting there waiting with this heart rate monitor going off, waiting for my doctor. And they don't know where he is either. They're trying to find him. And I'm like, okay. Every time I yawned, the like blood oxygen thing started going crazy. And I was like, dude, this is so annoying. So they kept coming in to check on me. And they kept being like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just yawned. Like, sorry that my blood oxygen level dipped low because I, stopped breathing for a second. I had to ting fa real quick. Like, I was so just like, what is going on? And then when they finally had my doctor come in and get ready, they gave me the IV. They gave me some kind of sleeping drug. So I was like, oh, I'm tired. But it wasn't anesthesia. And then they put this thing in my mouth for me to like bite down on to keep it open. And when the woman put this like, oxygen tube in my nose and then just held my head up, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't know if that's some way to make the anesthesia kick in faster or something, but I was like, I'm so uncomfortable right now. And of course I don't remember falling asleep. And when I woke up, I was so freaked out because I'm not used to that at all. And it was so sudden waking up. I was like, oh my God, it's over. Like, it literally, I was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe it. I'm done. But then they get me up and they're immediately like, okay, come and stand, walk over here to this other bench. I'm like, I can't even feel my toes right now. Like, hello. And they just sit me on this bench out in the hallway. I guess until like I am conscious enough to like get up and go back to my dad, who can take me home. But I was like, what? And I was like sad because I was like, I'm so confused. And I don't like being confused. And I was so confused to what I was feeling. And I think it was more of the shock of like, I'm not in pain and I'm numb and I didn't expect to feel like this. And I took a picture of myself. I can't show it. Well, no, I can't show it. I look horrific. And I had this like permanent look of like upset on my face. I literally was like, oh, I don't want to be here. Like, Oh, it was so bad. Um, so I did cry a lot, which was so fun. But yeah, I had a very wonderful recovery. Like, I did not swell up like a chipmunk. I was totally fine. I was just super numb most of the day, and the anesthesia took a while to kick off. But like, I just spent the whole day on my couch watching, YouTube and slowly, eating lots of like applesauce and yogurt and slowly coming back from the numbness and stuff. And so now I'm fine. I'm just on a lot of like painkillers and steroids, antibiotics, all those things for the healing process. I hate this healing process. I hate how there's literal holes in my mouth that food gets stuck in. Like, that's disgusting. And I hate how I wake up in pain because overnight the painkillers wear off and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't. It's really annoying. But it's fine. It's fine. It was, I think, a better experience than I was expecting it to be, and I'm glad it's over now. Hooray. Um, yeah. So that happened. And then, oh yeah, last time I recorded this, I was about to go out with friends, from high school. And we went to the Christmas Village in Philly, in Center City. And that was fun. It was nice. It was a really nice day, and we like walked around and got food. And we were talking, about like people we've seen from high school and stuff, and like catching up and things. And, it's like crazy to me how many people, like, as we were all talking, like how many people I had forgotten about from high school, but also the things people do know of other people. Like, um, I'm one of two people from my graduating class that go to NYU, which is not normal. That's kind of crazy. But I'm the only one in the arts, and I don't talk to the other guy. Not a fan. So we like never were friends and aren't friends. So I don't keep up with him. So it's not like, and I don't run into him that often either. I maybe see him once a month, maybe, you know. But my friends go to schools that a lot of other people go to, and they see people from our high school all the time. And so I'm like, that's crazy. That's like, you're getting constant updates on these people. And I feel like now that I'm home, like every once in a while on Instagram, I'll get a profile that pops up and it's someone from high school that I've unfollowed, because I already didn't follow a lot of people from my high school when I was in high school because I wasn't friends with them. But especially now that we're 2 years out, I've unfollowed a ton of people and been like, there's absolutely no reason for me to stay in contact with any of you people. That's crazy. And so sometimes their profiles will come up and I'll like check in on people, and there's people I've heard that are like getting engaged. What? And there's, I don't know, just everyone is like living their own lives. But I think it's so crazy that like, I don't know, they're real people still. Like, is that weird to say? Maybe that's weird to say. But it's not that they're not real people to me. It's just that they're people that were always like background characters, like side characters. And now they're fully NPCs to me. I'm like, like I have nothing to do with their lives anymore. I don't even interact with these people and have no reason to. Where I used to like see them every day. So it was like, oh, okay, that's a person. But I'm like, wow, you like still see these people? That's crazy. Like, what are these people up to? Hello? Whoa. I don't know. To me, it's just like mind blown. Wait, people have lives? Also just because of, I think, the area I'm from and the kind of people that went to my high school, there was such a wide array of characters, such a cast of characters. So, like some people are doing things that I expected them to do. When like you see like that one girl Instagram pop up and I look and I'm like, oh, yep, she's in a sorority. Who would have guessed? Oh, she's, got a boyfriend. Great. Like, just things that I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I expected that to happen. But some people who still hang out with their high school friend groups, even people that like go to different colleges now than their high school friends, but still hang out with their high school friend groups. I'm like, how? How are y'all doing that? And maybe it's just because I'm farther away from everyone being in New York, but I'm like, there's people that are driving across Pennsylvania to see their friends still, like, all the time. And I'm like, whoa, how do y'all have the means to be doing this? It's a little bit extra, I think. I don't know. To me, that seems a little much. Like, I don't know. But also, I'm like, college should be a time for you to make new friends and meet new people. Like, hello? At least that's my take on it. Because I feel like high school, elementary, middle, high school, you're kind of forced to be friends with whoever's there. You have no other options. Like, these are the same people that you are going to be in school with K through 12th grade. Now, like, obviously, I move schools or whatever in elementary school, so it's not entirely true. And people move in and out all the time. But for the most part, it's the same set of people. And I didn't go to a huge high school. There's what, 300 kids in my graduating class? So, you know, there's only so many people to be friends with. And you can't just like move on, every day to a new friend group. That's not how it works. Like, there's only so many people. And those are lasting relationships. But it's also like, okay, these are my only options. Whereas like when you're in college, it's like there's thousands of other kids that you can choose from to be friends with now. You are not limited to anything. And you don't even have to, I mean, depending on where you go, you don't even have to be friends with people in your school anymore. Like, if there's another school nearby, if there's literally just other people that live in the area that happen to do things that you do, it's like, oh, I can be friends with that person. It does not matter. I am not limited to the people that I live near or next to or, am with every single day. Like, you can be friends with literally anyone. There's so many fish in the sea. Speaking of, my dad got Big Fish, the movie Big Fish, for Christmas on DVD. Did you know they still make DVDs? And we watched that. Oh, Christmas was great. Big Fish is such a movie. I truly think, I'm like, if you told me that they wrote that movie about my dad, I'd believe you. It's such a movie about my dad. Anyways, Christmas was great. We, I don't know, it was like a chill day, Christmas Eve. We went to church. It was like, whatever. I don't know. I don't really care for it, but I will say, every time our church does this thing where like everyone holds a candle and we all light the candles and they turn the lights off and then we all sing Silent Night. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's like those are the things that I'm sure make people religious. I'm like, wow, it's so beautiful. All of these people like holding these candles together and like singing about, a baby that was born eons ago. Like, oh, it's so like, wow. Wow. But, I don't really do that. I don't really do that church stuff, so. But it was beautiful. And we had a grand feast that my parents prepared of steak and baked potatoes and crab cake and Brussels sprouts. Hot take, I love Brussels sprouts. And we had lots of different desserts, cookies, candies, cakes, all sorts of things that we're still eating today. Because, Christmas, you just buy so much food, and then, at least for my family, we just buy so much food and then keep on eating the same food for this entire week up until New Year's Eve, basically. I could not fall asleep Christmas Eve. And I don't think it's because I was excited for Christmas necessarily, but I was like, I don't know, it was just one of those nights where I couldn't sleep. So when I woke up, Christmas Day, when my brother's like waking me up around 8, I'm like, like 8 is not necessarily an early time to be getting up, but I just had the worst night of sleep. And so I was like, I don't want to be up. So I was not excited to be going downstairs to open presents. Exactly. I would rather be in my bed, but whatever. But yeah, it was great. I got lots of nice things. My brothers got nice things. I had a pretty small Christmas list this year. So I got, pretty much everything I wanted. And I wanted a lot of like Like I asked for like shampoo and conditioner. Can I have soap to clean my body? Because guess what? I am a broke college student and I need things to live. And if I can get away with having someone else buy those things for me, I will take advantage of that. Um, I think my mom did feel a little bad that most of the things I asked for were kind of related to school or things like that, like soaps and whatever. So she gave me some gift cards to like get things like my, you know, facial soaps and whatever for my skincare routine and all that stuff. I think she felt kind of bad. But I got some nice things too. I didn't only ask for necessities, but I think a good 50% of my list was like, can I have knee pads for my dance class? Because my knees hurt and I'm gonna hurt, like, you know, like, girl, why are you asking for knee pads? You're 19. I'm very excited to try. I asked for one of those lamps that like uh act as like the sunlight or whatever. They're supposed to like replicate the sun basically and then improve your mood and stuff. I'm gonna try that because I feel like um during the winter I wake up so early, it's already dark out, and um then I go to studio if it's a studio day, and I'm inside pretty much the whole day except for my lunch break. And by the time I get back out, it's already dark. And so I never see the sun and I'm so miserable like all the time. So I was like, maybe I should get one of those sun lamps to, you know, blast myself in the morning with some light. I don't know. Just make me feel a little more energized. Because I also do really want to try to get back into going to the gym before studio and stuff, early in the mornings, even on my academic days. But I need some kind of motivation. So I'm like, if I have a giant light in my face that is, you know, as strong as the sun, I'm certain I will start to feel better. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that works. We shall see. And my grandmother got my family a puzzle, and I love puzzles. So my father and I have already started working on it last night. 1,000 pieces. It's of the Rockefeller Christmas tree. It's a beautiful puzzle, and I'm so excited to obsess over it. Probably, I honestly could probably finish it all tonight. When you put a puzzle in front of me, okay, I get obsessed, and I cannot get away from that puzzle until it's finished. Like, you literally have to rip me away from the table because I'm like, I just gotta keep going. I keep finding more matches. I gotta keep going. Like, I love puzzles so freaking much, bro. Ugh, I'm such a puzzle girl. If you ever want to get me, guys, gift idea. If you ever need to get me a gift and you don't know what to get me, just get me a puzzle. I will appreciate it. Okay? I do wish there was something to do with them after you build them besides like framing them. I'm not gonna line my walls with puzzles, but I don't know. I feel like I saw this thing that was a company that does a puzzle subscription where you get like, you set how often you want them, and they send you a puzzle, you do it, and then you can send it back, and then they send you a new one when you're done. And I thought that was so smart because it's like, how many times do you want to do the same puzzle? Like, I'll do a puzzle a few times, but it's like, you know, once you've done it once, you've done the puzzle. You know? So it's like, and now you just have it in your house. It's just interesting. Oh God. The slickness has already started outside. The cars that are coming down my street are driving so slowly. I live on a hill, and many a times I've seen cars totally skid out on here. Scary times. Yowzas. All right. What's next to talk about? Oh yeah, work. I worked today. Sorry, by the way, I realized as I was editing last week's podcast episode that I didn't know how to use my microphone properly, even though I literally took an audio class in high school. And I forgot that the top of the microphone does not pick up sound. The sides do. So hopefully this episode there is less inconsistencies with the audio. So sorry, guys. So yes, work. I worked today. just started texting people and was like, "Hey guys, give me your shifts," because I wasn't getting scheduled, and especially because I recovered from my wisdom teeth so quickly. Um, it's been great. Everyone just keeps asking if I want their shifts. Literally today was my first shift back. I just did like a food runner shift at the restaurant, and my boss asked me if I could cover two other shifts later in the week. So, and it's the holidays. People don't want to work as much because they're like, I want to party, I want to be with family, whatever. Plus, like the people that are there full year are like, you know, I'm gonna work all of your shifts when you're back at school, so here, take mine. And I'm like, great, perfect, I'll take it. I need the money. So I already have like I think 4 shifts coming up in this week. So I'm rich. Not really, but I'm gonna be richer than I thought I was gonna be. Um I like I like working sometimes. um Sometimes working at a restaurant that's literally in your neighborhood is scary because you see a lot of people that you know and a lot of people that you know that you don't want to see. Then you have to talk to them. You have to be like, oh. And then when like if there's like bad service, or something goes wrong with their order, then it looks bad on you and it's like, oh, I swear I'm a good worker, please. Please like me. I actually saw a guy today at the restaurant who I haven't seen since middle school. And we did a show together at a theater camp thing. But I was like, whoa, it's crazy. Hello. Um, we like did like the eye contact and the like white person smile. What is it? The straight line smile kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I have like those kinds of interactions when I'm at work, and I'm always like, oh, I don't want to see you people, please. Um, but I'm more scared to serve. Serving is like so stressful to me. It's like I always am like, I don't know why I get so stressed in the moment. And like when I'm serving, it's like the end of the world. Like if I mess up on someone's order, I'm like, I must be the worst person ever. And I'm like, it's just not that big of a deal. I definitely need to relax. But I don't know. When I'm serving, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Like every shift, I think I'm going to die. And I'm like, save me, save me. It's so, like, there's no reason for it to be that stressful. But like, I make it that stressful. Why are you making it that stressful, Queen? You don't gotta make it this stressful. I make it so bad for myself, and I remember so many of my shifts. Like how like you have like embarrassing moments that'll keep you up at night. I will think about shifts that I've had, and they will keep me up at night. Not even that I necessarily embarrass myself, but like customers that were mean or customers that I was just like, what? Like, how are you a human being? Like, there's just some people, like, when you work in food service, you really, you realize what kind of people live in this world, especially when the restaurant I'm working in is in an apartment complex, but is right across the street from a 55 and older community and is on a super busy road in the middle of 2 different townships. So you literally get, like, every kind of person that could possibly live in this area. And it's like, oh my God. Some people, I'm like, how do your kids let you come out of the house? Like the older people too, I'm like, your kids are letting you live on your own? Oh God. I'm like, if they knew this is how you're acting in this restaurant, you, a fully grown adult, are going out to restaurants and like terrorizing your local food service workers like this. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, it's so bizarre. And there's great days and there's great customers, but there's just so many bad ones. And there's so many people that I'm like, I just don't know. People that I'm like, do you want me to be miserable? Like when you're complaining about, oh, this pancake's too hard. Okay, I can get you a new pancake. But if I'm bringing you a third pancake because the second one was too soft, at this point, I think you can go home and make your own pancake because you clearly just don't like our pancakes, I think. It's things like that. Things like, why are you sending me back for a third time? When, um, like if I'm giving you a coffee mug and you're like, why are there, you know, chips in the side of it? I don't know. Maybe because this is a restaurant and we only have 100 mugs. So the same 100 mugs are getting used and washed over and over and over again every day. I'm so sorry it's chipped. I will get you a new one. But you don't have to look at me like I am trying to kill you by giving you a chipped mug. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't hand inspect every mug before placing them on your table. In fact, half the time I'm not the one who picked the mug. Okay, the barista made your drink. The barista picked your mug out, girl. Hello? I'm not trying to kill you. It's just that I don't have the time to hand inspect the mugs. Like, these kind of things where I'm like, these are the things that make me like lose sleep. Like, why? These things do not have to make me lose sleep. And I'm certain when, you know, I'm trying to be an actor, I'm gonna have to be a waitress in many restaurants to make money. And I'm just certain that I'm going to have to deal with crazy people in New York City. So I fear I have to learn how to be a better waitress. We don't want to talk about that though, do we? No, 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 no. But you don't want to hear about 9/11. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So looking ahead, I will be working. Today is the 26th, by the way. It's the day after Christmas. So I'm working 3 times in this upcoming week. Monday and Thursday and Saturday. So that's fun. So much fun. Serving and food running, you know, doing all sorts of things. I know like pretty much every job at this restaurant, so. And then New Year's Eve is coming up. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I've heard that maybe one of my high school friends is throwing a party, so perchance that's what I'm doing. But normally my family has never been like the kind that goes to parties or anything like that on New Year's Eve. We normally have our own like family thing. And normally what we do is we play a bunch of games. Like everyone gets to pick out like some kind of board game or puzzle or, you know, we have like a ping pong table or something like that. Like everyone picks some kind of game thing that we do and we compete as a family and like in all of these games and try to see who's the winner or whatever throughout the night. And we'll get a bunch of like finger foods and stuff, which is fun. And we'll just like do that up until midnight basically. So, you know, if like I've never been the kind of person that's like, oh, I'm not at a party, because I'm like, I don't care. It's New Year's Eve. Like I really just want to watch TV and want to watch like, you know, the whatever channel is doing New Year's Eve stuff and watch different singers across the world. And, you know, like I don't, New Year's Eve is like not that big of a deal to me and my family. It's fun. It's whatever. But like, you know, we're not huge partiers for it. I'd like to go to a party. I think that'd be fun. It'd be fun to go to a New Year's Eve party. I know last year there was someone from my high school that did a New Year's Eve party that like everyone in my high school was invited to, but I was not invited to it because I was a loser in high school. So fortunately, the losers do not get invited to the cool kid parties. It's okay. Guys, it's okay. Y'all, it's okay. I've accepted how undesirable I was. Anyways, so yeah, there's New Year's Eve. And then my family plans to go skiing on New Year's Eve as well. My mom and brothers went skiing, snowboarding today, but I did not go, obviously, because I was working. But I would like to go skiing a bunch. I don't get to go skiing at school, and I love skiing. And I got a bunch of, like, my feed for some reason just flooded with videos of skiing and snowboarding in, like, early fall, like September, October, early fall. And I was like, whoa, I need to go skiing again. So when my mom was like, do you want to go skiing over the break? I was like, yeah. So hopefully I can get a few ski runs in over this break. My brother snowboard, I ski. But yeah, I love going on the mountains and just like going so fast down the hills. I I hate how cold it is. I hate the cold. And I hate waiting in lines, but and sometimes I'm like, ugh, I wish that I had like a huge friend group that all went skiing because I'm like, I feel like if I went skiing with my friends, it would be so fun. Because going with your family is like, it's fun because it's fun. We're skiing, but there's times where I'm like, ugh, like both of my brothers snowboard, and so sometimes it's like, well, we can't go down it because the snowboards can't go down this one, and it's like, oh, are you serious? And there's times where I'm like, I just want to bomb this one hill. I just want to go so freaking fast down this hill. I don't really want to, you know, slowly S my way down. And sometimes my parents are like, no, let's take it easy. I'm like, oh. But there's other times where I'm like, I don't really want to do a double black diamond right now. Especially when it's like my first run of the year. I'm like, hey, Pennsylvania doesn't have the best ski mountains, okay? It's mostly ice. We're lucky to get some real snow, you know? So I'm like, if it's not good snow, I don't really want, as my first run of the year, to be me face planting on a double black diamond in the Poconos. Like, no, thank you. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had friends that were here and skied so that I could go with them because I feel like it'd be more fun to have a group of people who are like minded and then, we could do whatever we wanted and it would be more free, I guess. I don't know. I think in general, I'm just want to do less and less with my family because I'm like, none of you get me. You guys don't understand what it's like to be me. I'm cool and from New York now. You don't understand. It's not a phase, Mom. I'm just a New Yorker now. I just have friends that get me, you know? But yeah, excited to ski. Yee! Update on the hobbies. I talked about playing my guitar. I have yet to play my guitar, but I did get a capo for Christmas. And that is something that I don't know, I kept putting off buying because I got my guitar last Christmas and I didn't get a capo with it. And it's something that I've always been like, ugh, I gotta get one. Oh, I gotta get one. But I never did. And so I finally was like, Mom, can you just get me one for Christmas? So I feel like that'll motivate me to pull out the guitar. Issue is I love press on nails and you cannot play the guitar if you got long nails. It's just not possible. So, I'm like, I want to put nails on. I want to be cutesy, but I want to play the guitar too. So I don't know. Hopefully I can actually pull it out this week and at least like, I don't know, tune it up. I haven't even opened it since I got home. I've just been not in it. But I did clean my room, guys. The room is clean.
Wow.
Thank God. Took me so long. Literally like New Year's Eve I was still cleaning, but it is clean now. My room is livable. I can be in it and don't want to die, which is great. I still need to hang up my Oh Mary poster. But it's looking much cleaner and organized. Yeah, still don't know how to feel about the whole making my room more mature thing. Because I don't know how to do that necessarily. So I guess I'm just going to live in my room the way it is. But I have noticed that cleaning it helps it feel more mature. Like when the room is messy and cluttered, it's cluttered with stuff of my youth. So organizing and putting things away and out of sight does help. So there's that. Yeah. I did sing through my musical theater book, like I said I would. Not all of my songs, but some of them. And mostly the thing that I've noticed is that I don't remember the words to any of the songs, which is a problem. So I think we're gonna have to do some tune-ups here. Some of the songs have gotten easier to sing, just shocking. But I don't know, I feel like when it comes to singing, I've learned so much about my voice at school, obviously, and have really learned how I sing. But when I sing these songs that I, worked so hard on for auditions for schools and stuff, I feel like I had trained myself so hard to sing them a certain way for my auditions from what my voice teacher was teaching me that like I revert back to how I was singing those songs. Um, and I'm like I want to be able to apply the knowledge that I have now and the new vocal abilities that I have and just all of those things. I want to be able to apply that to these songs. Other issues that I don't like listening to myself sing. So listening back to recordings of me singing, like if I record myself singing to like give myself notes, I can't do it. Like I just ugh, I hate hearing myself sing. I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Listening to myself talk, I can do it, but listening to my voice sing, I'm like, oh my God, it's so hard. So maybe that'll be part of my goal for the break is that like when I sing and stuff, I want to just practice recording myself singing and like listening to it and being okay with how I sound in those recordings because God, it's hard. It's really hard and frustrating. It's frustrating because I'm like, a lot of times I'll sing and I'm like, oh, that sounds great in my head. Like to me, that sounds so great. And I listen back and I'm like, whew, girl, you were sliding all over the place. And I'm like, well, maybe I wasn't that bad. It's just that because it's me, I have to be so picky about it. I don't know. These are the moments where I'm like, ah, I wish I was able to not be myself right now so I could hear an unbiased perspective on my voice. I have not touched my book. I have not touched Angels in America. I have not read. I have been journaling a bit, which is good. Um, Last year when I brought my journal home, I like didn't even pick it up over winter break. It had become such a routine of school because my old journal I bought for my English class senior year of high school, and it was this thing where we had to journal every class, every English class. I hated that class, but it kind of became this like school journal, not in a way of like I wasn't journaling about school, but like it was built into my schedule the way school was, and so it had become this thing where when I was at school I would journal, and as soon as I came home I was like, well, I don't want to pick it up because it's not the right time. And it's like, well, when is the right time? You got to just pick up the damn book. So I bought a new journal this year because I was like, this journal is too my old journal is just too attached to school, and I want this to be mine. And this journal I've been approaching with much more of a like, whenever you got to say something, you write it. And I've actually been able to pick it up over this break, so feeling very good about that. Plus, I'm a chronic oversharer. What do you mean? The girl with the girl who made a podcast over winter break because she's lonely? Oh, she made a podcast because she's a chronic oversharer. Because she talks too much. She loves to talk. And she loves to be heard. What? That's crazy. Yeah, I love talking, okay? I love talking. I love being heard. I love oversharing. I love processing all of my things out loud. I love when people give me validation on my thoughts and opinions, okay? Is this a crime? Is any of this a crime? You tell me. Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Books, I was reading. My journal, yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the hobby update. Oh, I haven't painted either. I haven't had a lot of time to do much of anything. Christmas did kind of put a stick in things. So, maybe this week, I feel like I can't try to get every hobby out of the way, but I've already gotten some of the singing done, so I'm like, this week, let's try to go for guitar maybe. Like, that'll be like the goal of this week is to pick up the guitar. Pick up the guitar and do something. I was able to fiddle around on my keyboard a little bit this week. Not writing anything, but I learned like a Radiohead song just for fun. So, yeah, if I could pick up my guitar this week, I would feel successful. I would feel even more successful if I was able to read maybe. I do have to work on the application to be an RA because that's due in January. And I would like to be an RA next year. So I have to work on that at some point. And, better earlier than later. So that that's more less of an hobby and more of a like I absolutely have to get that done. So I'm going to say to myself it's a hard deadline of like it has to be started this week. Absolutely have to have looked at it and started it. Or else it's never going to get done. I have to do that. Okay. We're about 40 minutes in, folks. I don't know if we'll fill the space and time, but hopefully we do. Okay, so media update. Everyone is telling me to watch Stranger Things and everyone's telling me to watch Heated Rivalry. I've never watched Stranger Things. Oh, sorry. I didn't have Netflix when it came out, and I feel like I'm just too late to the bandwagon. And a lot of people were like, you can just spend all of winter break watching it. No, I have a life, okay? And I have other things I want to be watching. I don't really know if I want to watch Heated Rivalry. It looks fine, but it just, I don't know. I'm not like, I've never been super into any show like that before, really. So, I don't know. It's not really my thing. It looks like cool and fun, and I love all the TikToks and stuff that I'm getting about it, but I don't actually like, I don't know. But I have been catching up on my YouTube. My YouTube. Been catching up on a lot of the Smosh, which has been great. I haven't even been able to touch Bald and the Beautiful, okay? I couldn't tell you the last time I watched Bald and the Beautiful. But I was able to, like, catch up on Smosh enough to the point where I could also open Good Mythical Morning and the Broski Report, which is a step in the right direction, okay? This means I'm healing, guys. So yeah, excited about that. But, bro, Smosh, I just can't keep up. I need them to get into the... Like, last year, I know they did the thing where they, like, stop posting new content and they just do marathons of old content. I need that to happen so that I can go catch up. So... But I'm close. I'm definitely, like, getting there. Trying to stay on top of it, you know? This is crazy. I'm trying to stay on top of YouTube. So stupid. Do you hear yourself? Bruh. Music. I'm still sad. Guys, I'm still listening to sad music. I've just been blasting that Jeff Buckley, okay? And Radiohead. Yeah, I know it's over. I've listened to that a lot. I've been really into... yeah, I don't know. Kind of the same stuff as last week, to be honest. I listened to a few times Somebody to Love by Queen, which is a song that just keeps returning to me in my life. I cannot escape that song. And every once in a while I just get in this habit where I keep looping it. And I guess this was one of those weeks. Because guess what, guys? I am so desperate for love. Guys, I did a bad thing. Guys. I did the thing that I told myself I would never do. I downloaded Hinge. Oh, please don't hate me. Oh, guys, stop, guys, please, guys, please. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I mean, it kind of is. Hate it. Not for me. Immediately I'm overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. Why am I all of a sudden, like, there's so many people, like, I've had that for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden there's, like, 5 guys that have swiped on me. I'm like, hello? Slow down. Like, I can't handle talking to multiple people at once. I'm like, I need to, like, learn who you are as a person. Hello? I'm stressed the F out. I'm so just like, oh my God. It's just so overwhelming. I hate it. And why is it that, like, every guy on Hinge wants to get you off of Hinge? Does no one else find this creepy? Like, almost every guy is like, so do you have Snap or Insta? Want to get off this app? I'm like, oh my God. Hello? That's creepy. Because also, like, my Instagram is my safe space. Like, my Instagram is me. That is my, like, my holy ground. Okay? I'm obsessed with my Instagram. I love my Instagram. My favorite social media platform. I love Instagram. And I do not want it to be infected with, like, men that I don't even know. So I hate that. I'm okay with Snapchat being infected because I don't even use Snapchat. Um, so I'm like, fine, like you can be on there. But I'm like, like these men are freaky. I don't like it. It's scary. Like, this one guy was like, I bite. What? You bite? Are you a vampire? What the what? It's bad. It's scary. It's bad. I don't me no like. Me not like the men online. So I don't think this is gonna work. I'm very much ready to get rid of the app. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Um, I've met like one nice guy on there that I'm like, oh, I'm having a great conversation with this guy. Here's the other thing though, is that like, unfortunately, I've I am the kind of person that's like I can't have unread notifications. Like I hate leaving people undelivered or read, and I hate being left undelivered or read because I'm the kind of person that's like, even if I'm not on my phone's always nearby, and as soon as I hear that someone's texting me, I'm like, I gotta respond. And when I see that someone texted me and I don't respond to them immediately, I feel so bad about it. I'll feel mortified. Even if I have a good excuse, I'm still like, oh, damn it. It's been so long since that person, asked me about that thing and I haven't been able to get back to them. So it's like having like this notification in my inbox of like a guy being like, so, you're from Philly? Bro, I don't want to answer that, but I also don't want to have this thing there. It's like I want to get rid of you. How do I get rid of you? Ah! I don't like. So I don't know. I don't like it. And here's the main issue is that I only got this app to distract myself, to be like, because I told myself I got to get over the man, right? Guys, I don't think it's ever gonna work out. I got duded the other day. I got a hell yeah, brother. This guy sees me as a friend. This guy does not see me as a romantic interest at all. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. When I think, oh, now's a great time to text him, immediately after the text conversation, I'm like, oh, I overstepped. Oh my God. Like, I feel like we're moving in the wrong direction. I feel like at the start of winter break, we were moving in the right direction and I was getting excited. And now I'm quickly like, oh, we're getting too friendly, I think. Me thinks we're getting too friendly and I'm scared. I don't like. And that makes me sad. And so I've been trying to be like, you gotta get over it. You gotta get over it. You gotta get over it. Think of anything else. Anything else. Come on, you got it. And so I was like, oh, I'll get this app to distract myself. And, I can have a crush on another guy and I need to go out and see more people. And I need to actually, like, go on a proper date with someone. But I don't think this is the way either because I don't like anything about this. Because I was like talking to myself and I was like, the reason why I don't work on a dating app is because I really want to know someone. And if I'm actually naturally meeting someone in a natural context, it's probably because we are, our brains are somehow similar enough in a way that we are both in the same place at the same time to have met each other, Does this make sense? I don't know if this makes sense, but like, not necessarily that it's fate, but that like, okay, there's something in common enough between us that we are in the same place at the same time. Not that your profile came up on my phone and I think you're attractive. Like, ugh. So, yeah, I just hate it. Hate it. Do not go online, guys. Find someone IRL. Ugh, I'm just scared I'll be alone forever. I'm gonna be sad and lonely forever. The rest of my life. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Please, please don't let that happen to me. Please don't let that happen to me. I hate that stuff. So yeah. That's the love life update. It's rough out here, folks. Winter break is not for the weak. But I've been trying to think of things to do to keep me from going crazy over this break. Um, I kind of want to solo trip myself to New York City at some point. Like, my dorm is just sitting there. There's nothing stopping me from going to my dorm over the break. And so a part of me is kind of like, and I have friends there that I want to see. And there's people that I've talked to about seeing over the break. And so I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to motivate myself at some point to take myself to New York City again. For a change of scenery. Um, so I'm gonna really try to see some other people. I want to get out of this house. And like my biggest complaint over the summer was that my life was a cycle, and it was like work, home, the gym, repeat. And I didn't really go anywhere else. I was just always here at home or at my job or working out. And I had a few vacations, but that was it. Like I never really went out and saw anyone, and I didn't, I don't have that many friends around, so I wasn't really hanging out with people, and I was just so frustrated and so bored with my life, and I was like, this sucks, because I'm not even in a place that I want to be. Like I feel like at least if I was in New York City, I'd be like, well, I'm in New York City, but here I'm like, I'm home. Ugh. And so I don't want that to happen again. I know winter break is short, but it's still very long. Like, let's be so for real. But the good thing is that in a month I will already be back in class in school. That's great. That's awesome. That's lovely. Trying to look on the bright side. It'll all come to a close. This will all be fine. Yeah. So guys, that's really all I have to talk about for this week. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope that your winter break is not horrible. And I hope that the slump is not getting to y'all, because it's sort of getting to me. But not really. No. Let's look on the bright side. Okay? Bright days are ahead. Let's all make a pact. Let's all go out and get some like peppermint mocha hot chocolates or something. Some coffee. Let's get something. Let's get a little treat to send us on our merry way, okay? Because we need some goodness. We need some goodness. Love you all. Hope you're all doing well. And I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.